the way we decided to do that, so like if person will come here and basically know anything about Belarus or Belarusian protest and revolution, so he would be able to kind of dive into it, so to read more about it, to understand. This exhibition was organized and coordinated by Belarus SF, which represents the Belarusian community of San Francisco and Bay Area. We did the first piece in October of 2020 at the Embarcadero Plaza. So it was a pop street art exhibition, which represented as well these posters of Belarusian protest. By not mostly, they're all made by Belarusian artists who are currently, most of them live in Belarus, but some live here in the area, so in San Francisco and Bay Area, and we are very proud that they also decided to take place. So one of them, I want to mention this, the author of this poster, Long Live Belarus, which was made on the basis of the picture, who was taken by a Belarusian girl, by Vika Ivashkevich. So, and this poster in particular became the poster of exhibition itself.
Then my friend Titania, who I've done printmaking with for about 15 years, she told me about this group and asked if they could come and show, and I said, sure, why not? Anything to help the cause, I guess, as they would say. Every little bit counts. I'm older. I was in the 60s. We had protests of the Vietnam War, and I was in school. I was in college at art school, and we didn't march that much, but we were the people that promoted images of what was happening. And that was basically, that's what we thought our job was, to promote it by image. I'm impressed. I thought it's all high quality. Did a great presentation. I've been doing shows for maybe 12 years. I've showed just about every possible subject and medium. No, it's well done. So people seem to take time to look at it, at least. A lot of times they just pan through it. They did a very good job. Their presentation is very good, I think.
The way we decided to do that, so like if person will come here and basically know anything about Belarus or Belarusian protest and revolution, so he would be able to kind of dive into it, so to read more about it, to understand. That's why we concentrated lots of time and effort on the descriptions. So, and as you might see, so there are many descriptions of different groups who were taking place in Belarusian protest. So like attackers, seniors, disabled, athletes, journalists, workers, immigrants, students, writers, women, medical doctor, and creatives, of course. So, and this is one of the main characteristic feature of Belarusian protest, that all of these groups didn't stay home. They decided to say their word to support freedom and independence and disagreement with the false elections in Belarus. So that would be the first art object, and the second one demonstrates actually the faces of Belarusian protest, which represented by 300 political prisoners, which are currently, most of them are currently in jail. So, and facing different crimes. So, but they didn't do any crime besides any crime at home, so they just said that they are not agree with the government, with the president, and that the elections were false, and they decided to go and protest outside of the streets. So, and they all have families, so we're talking about thousands of people, really. So, but I think it gives a very good picture. So how people look, and the visitors here, they can read more about it. So about read more about these people. Who are they? Which kind of professions and where they used to live, and so on and so forth. So, and we're of course hoping that they'll be outside of prison very soon. So the third object was made by Anna Alexeyeva. So she's a local Belarusian designer. She lives here in Bay Area. So, and our common idea, which she created, so just get together the flags of so-called protest flags, or flags of protest courtyards and regions, neighborhoods of Minsk and other cities in Belarus, and the small towns and even villages. So most of these flags were used, I mean they're used right now, but mostly they were used as banners. So during the marches in August, September and October, so that people of 300,000 people, they could see each other. So I'm from this part of Minsk, I'm from that part of Minsk. So, and after that, so this idea was so inspiring and so great that Belarusian communities all around the world so decided to join it and created their own flags. Like we have a flag of Belarusians community in San Francisco and Bay Area, Belarusians in California, and all over United States, different cities and states, they have this as well. And that's true also about Australia and New Zealand, and of course Europe, because more people, more Belarusians live there. So and here you can see, and there are really many of them. I don't really remember how many. I don't think we counted. So, but we really didn't want to miss any. So, and represent every single flag, which represents really thousands of people. So, and in their wish to be free. So it's a force object. So it's a portrait of protesters. So the artist named Gleb Burnashev, so he decided to create through the technologies the average face of Belarusian protester. So, and he used over 8,000 different faces to do that. And here's, you can see basically how it was done. You can read about it. So, and where we ended up. So that's how average Belarusian protester looks like. So as we can see, it's a girl of I don't know, like looks like a 30. So, and I think that's true. So, and the last object, it's a prison cell. So, because during the election protests, many Belarusians were detained and kept in custody at a Krestina detention center in Minsk, and so we want to and lots of people were put in a pretty small cell, so which is bigger than this, but we just decided to show the 1/4 of the cell. So, and it's 4 by 6 meter, and so if you can just imagine putting here from 9 to 12 people. So, and they were kept here. They had to sleep and eat, and do this for quite extended, for quite a long time. So, and I think altogether, all these objects give a pretty good understanding of the current situation in Belarus, and fulfill our main purpose to grow the awareness of Belarusian situation in the world.